Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Brielle Biermann called out for sugar daddy cash grab. Alum. Brielle Biermann is being called out for a recent sugar daddy cash grab. The 27-year-old is engaged to Billy Seidel, yet that did not keep her from getting caught. So what exactly did she do and why was she looking for money from another man? Keep reading for more details. Brielle Biermann called out for sugar daddy cash grab. It has been a hard year and a half for Brielle Biermann and her family. They have lived beyond their means for quite some time and now it has caught up to them. In early 2023, her parents, Kim Zolciak and Kroy Biermann's lavish Georgia mansion faced foreclosure. They were able to avoid it and have been every time it comes up. Then, Kim filed for divorce while she and Kroy threw allegations at each other. This was hard as they share 6 children, 4 of them being minors. They were eventually given the chance to sell the home to avoid foreclosure, but if they didn't, the bank was coming. As for Brielle, her car was repossessed as a part of this, and she is involved in a lawsuit regarding a car accident. So money has been a familial struggle. At the same time, Brielle did get engaged, so that was a highlight for her and the whole family. Though they are still struggling, she seems to be doing well, but looks can be deceiving. According to Reality T, the reality star may have been asking an involved man for money. Here's how it all went down. A woman named Callie Berry took to TikTok to share her nightmare travel experience. She was on vacation with her boyfriend of 1 year. They were in the Bahamas when Callie must have discovered her boyfriend was being unfaithful, so she chose to leave and wrote this over a video of her sitting in the airport. What did Brielle want? Brielle Biermann may have familial money struggles, but she has a fiancé, so why is she hitting up other men? That is the real question. More so, what did she want from Callie's boyfriend? Fortunately, she did not leave followers hanging and made a series of follow-up videos as to what happened. There were alleged receipts from Brielle asking for money which Callie's beau paid. She was also asking for money to buy drinks, but it is unclear why she did not just have men at the bar pick up the tab. Now, Callie's relationship is over but she has gone viral, but what does Brielle's fiancé think of this? It was a summer evening in Atlanta when Brielle Biermann, the young and fiercely independent daughter of Kim Zolciak Biermann, found herself at the center of a whirlwind of controversy. The news had broken that Brielle, who was no stranger to stirring the pot, had been spotted dining at a lavish restaurant in Buckhead with a man who, by all accounts, seemed to be decades her senior. The rumors began circulating faster than a Bravo reunion special, with social media turning the spotlight on her in ways that felt all too familiar. Brielle, ever the social media queen, was suddenly thrust into the fire with accusations that she was participating in a sugar daddy cash grab. The term sugar daddy had become synonymous with modern-day opportunism, a label Brielle had likely never envisioned being attached to her. Brielle was the girl who had grown up on the reality TV circuit, the daughter of a reality TV star who had always been in the public eye. She had leveraged her social media presence into an empire of sponsored posts and brand partnerships, becoming one of the most sought-after influencers in the industry. But now her financial independence and her image were at risk as a new narrative began to take hold. Brielle Biermann, the daughter of wealth, was looking for even more. The backlash started almost immediately after the pictures of her dinner date surfaced. People took to Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok to call out the young socialite for seemingly trading in her allure for cash. What happened to all that talk about being an entrepreneur? One tweet read. Another Instagram user posted, Brielle has no shame, she's out here dating for money. Even one of her former Real Housewives of Atlanta co-stars, Kenya Moore, was seen sharing a cryptic post about owning your worth, though it was unclear if it was a direct jab at Brielle. Brielle's reaction was immediate, but it wasn't quite what fans had expected. Instead of issuing a statement or addressing the rumors directly, she posted an Instagram story of her lounging poolside, a cocktail in hand, flashing a signature smile. People will always talk, she wrote, but they won't be living my life. The post was classic Brielle. Flippant, carefree, and to some, insensitive. She seemed more focused on living in the moment than confronting the storm that was brewing around her. But her silence didn't quell the backlash. If anything, it added fuel to the fire. While some of her followers took to her defense, praising her for ignoring the haters, others were less forgiving. Brielle's past had always been somewhat scandalous in the eyes of the public. Her early days on RHOA had made her infamous for her outspoken, sometimes abrasive personality, and her involvement in her mother Kim's numerous family dramas had kept her name in the tabloids for years. Yet this new accusation, the idea that she was simply a woman using her looks and connections to secure her financial future, was a blow to the persona she had cultivated as a self-made influencer. Her critics didn't just target her love life, they also questioned her business acumen. "She's just an Insta-famous kid," one user wrote. "How is that entrepreneurial? When did she ever work for anything?" The accusation that Brielle was living off of older men struck a nerve with many, especially since she had long positioned herself as a successful influencer and brand ambassador. People felt betrayed. Fans who had watched her grow up on TV now wondered whether the financial success she paraded on social media had truly been built on hard work or on the backs of the men she was seen with. One of Brielle's oldest friends, former RHOA cast member Portia Williams, reached out to her privately, offering advice. "Don't let people paint you with their brush," Portia told her in a phone call. "They'll try to make you feel bad for being smart, for finding opportunities that work for you. But you have to own your decisions, whether they like them or not." Though Brielle appreciated Portia's words, it wasn't just the public opinion that worried her, it was the business side. Brielle had built a brand based on being an influencer, using her platform to secure partnerships with various beauty and lifestyle brands. She even launched her own line of cosmetics, hoping to break free from the shadow of her mother's fame. But the accusations of her being a gold digger could tarnish that carefully cultivated image. Sponsors were already questioning whether associating with her was worth the potential PR headache. Behind the scenes, Brielle's mom Kim Biermann was just as concerned. Kim had her own history of public scrutiny, but in recent years she had worked hard to reshape her image as a successful businesswoman and loving mother. She wasn't about to let Brielle's reputation slip away over rumors of sugar daddies. The two met in private to discuss how to handle the situation, and Kim advised Brielle to take control of the narrative. "People talk. It's always going to happen, but you can shut them down if you're honest and unapologetic," Kim told her daughter. "Don't let anyone write your story for you." Brielle was torn. She wanted to live her life the way she always had, on her terms, and without being bogged down by the expectations of others. Yet, as the days went by, she began to feel the weight of the public's judgment. It was as if she were trapped in a cage of her own making, too famous to step out of the limelight, but too scrutinized to breathe freely. The reality was that Brielle, like many young women, was simply trying to navigate a world where image and wealth seemed inextricably linked. She didn't just want to be seen as Kim Zolciak's daughter or an Instagram influencer. She wanted to carve out a life that was uniquely her own, and if that meant making connections with people who could help her along the way, so be it. Whether it was business or personal, Brielle had never been one to shy away from making bold moves. But in the eyes of the public, those bold moves were now being viewed through the lens of something far more insidious, a cash grab from older men who could offer her the financial freedom she so clearly craved. What Brielle did next would determine whether she would allow the critics to define her, or if she could rewrite the narrative and prove, once and for all, that she was the one holding the pen. In the end, it wasn't just about what others thought, it was about what Brielle wanted for herself, and whether or not she was ready to fight for that.